And we are here with
the man,
the man of the hour, Blair Underwood, and he is the recipient of the BB Icon Man of Style Award, and so appropriately so.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. So tell us, just how do you feel about being the recipient of this award, please?
Well, should I speak into the microphone?
You can.
All right.
Let's talk into the microphone, shall we?
Oh, you know, Kanye, it's very much an honor. I'm laughing because I used to do that. Somebody said, never let anybody take your microphone, so I'm not going to take your microphone.
Don't take my microphone. Right. But you can do whatever you like. No, this is your night, and we're honoring you.
No, you know, it really is an honor, and it's very humbling, and I'll tell you why. Because this whole journey has been new to me, this whole evolution, just in the apparel lane and the clothing business. And it all started with George Zimmer, who started Men's Warehouse. He's that guy on TV, if you don't know his name, with the beard. He always says, you're going to like the way you look, I guarantee it. K&G, that carries my clothing line, the BU collection, is owned and operated by Men's Warehouse. And Gary Reeves, who's my business partner, would have coffee with him. Like, he's one of those good friends. And he kept saying for years, like 3 years, he kept saying, you need to have a clothing line for Blair Underwood. You need to try a suit line for Blair Underwood. And he said, after I think browbeating him, he finally said, all right, I'll give it a shot. So we launched in 2011, and we've had a nice amount of success. So we actually this week are expanding the initial line, which was only suits, dress shirts and ties, and cufflinks, to now Friday we launched the casual line, spring line. So now we got leather shoes and hats and shirts and ties and jeans and all of that. And the reason I'm excited about it is, for one aspect of it is it allows me to just flex another creative muscle.
Absolutely.
But the other thing is, everything we do has a philanthropic component to it. So it's not just about a business endeavor. It's also about how do you give back. So we have certain alignments with corporations, certain associations and affiliations with foundations, community partners. So every chance we can, we give back to whatever community partner we identify, or corporate sponsor who can sponsor whatever endeavor we have. We're always being creative in how we can give back, but it's just, for me, this is my 20th year in the business. I've been very blessed.
28 years.
28 years.
And we've been loving this. So kind of tell us a little bit about that journey. I mean, what is the thing that sticks out in your mind, maybe the most, that's the most memorable, carrying you from, in 20 years, the most memorable moment?
Probably twofold. The beginning, because my first job was on The Cosby Show in 1985. We were just walking on playing Lisa Bonet's boyfriend. And probably the last thing I did, which was being on Broadway in A Streetcar Named Desire, playing Stanley Kowalski. But that was probably, I consider one of the highlights, if not the highlight of my career.
Why?
Just because the theater is my first love. I mean, I trained in the theater and went to college and studied theater, and that's always been my first love. As it turned out, film and television took off. I'm thankful for that, because I made more money doing it.
Absolutely.
But in terms of the creative integrity of the art craft, it is art craft. I always love going back to the live stage.
So would you say that acting, honestly, is your first love, or was it something else that you wanted to do?
Well, my wife was my first love. I should say my first professional love.
There, your first professional love. There we go. Absolutely. So was it really your first professional love?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So when did you realize that you absolutely had to be an actor, nothing else?
I think the first time I was on stage. Now, when I was a kid, I would watch kids on TV and in movies, and I was amazed at the fact that they could get in that little box initially on the TV screen, or on the big screen, and I wanted to do that. And I was convinced that you, and still in some ways to this day, that you would pay people to be on TV.
Absolutely.
I was like, who do you pay? Who do I pay so I can get on TV like everybody else? That looked like fun.
Right.
And then when it was explained to me, no, they pay you. I was like, no, that's what I need to do.
Absolutely.
They're gonna pay me to do that?
Well, you make it look so easy, but I mean, there has to be some aspect of it that's challenging. What is the most challenging thing for you as an actor? In
the craft itself, or the business? It's two different things.
Well,
the business is challenging in and of itself.
I'm sure. Well, talk first about the craft, and sure, mention some. We'd like to know both.
I think in terms of the craft, it's always challenging to kind of just keep the work authentic and keep it real.
So how do you do that?
By not letting myself get in the way. Quick metaphor. Somebody said this years ago. If you think about hitting a baseball bat, a sports metaphor, the science of taking a round ball, hitting it with a round stick at a high velocity of speed. If you think about that, you'd never be able to do it.
Right.
What you have to do is just kind of let go and let your instincts take hold. The same thing with acting. Once you've done all the homework and the backstory and the creation of the character, you just have to throw it away and let it go. And sometimes in the work and sometimes in life, it's hard to just be in the moment.
Absolutely.
Be real.
Now, making the connection now from acting to this clothing line.
It's a great segue. It's a great segue. I mean, the name of the collection is the BU Collection. That's a double entendre. BU, of course, in my initial was also about being authentically you. Be you. Be the true self. Be the best version of you. Now, we're talking in the context and confines of fashion. But you know, you put on a new dress, you put on those beautiful earrings, you put on brother puts on a new suit, new shoes, you feel better about yourself.
Absolutely.
You got different swagger, you walk taller, your chin's higher, you feel good. And I truly believe what we're doing is of service, because you know, we mentioned Men's Warehouse and we're in the midst of some incredible fashion designers here tonight. But I'm a firm believer that, you know, what George Zimmer's created in Men's Warehouse is he owns that space of affordable clothing. But I'm a firm believer that just because it's affordable doesn't mean it has to be cheap.
Absolutely.
You know, so my thing was, if I can play in my space, if you allow us to play creatively, and we can present something, provide something to a customer that's affordable, but still of quality, with a little extra flavor on it, I put my little splash on it, then we can play. So we've been playing since 2011.
I love that. And so who is that consumer? Who is the person that's wearing your clothes?
The consumer is anybody who wants a little fashion without paying $3,000 to $4,000 for a suit.
Yeah.
Initially, like I said, we branched out this week. So, but you know, whoever the K&G consumer is someone who, and Men's Warehouse consumer actually, is someone who wants to, you know, get something they can use and continue to use, and it's going to last a while, but don't really want to spend a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And I think one of the reasons too, it's been working is because we live in a different time than we did 3-4 years ago. You know, since 2008, since the whole economic global meltdown, you know, we've all kind of had to push the reset button.
Everybody wants more for less.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, and a lot of the characters I played in my career are doctors and lawyers and professionals and presidents and whatnot, that wear suits and ties and have a closet full of designer suits that I always take a wardrobe. You know, and you realize at a certain point, wait a minute, this costs $3,000. Why?
Why?
We can make this without putting the Armani name or Hugo Boss or Ralph Lauren name on it. We can still have the same quality.
That's right.
And give it to the consumer for a good price. So the consumer is anybody who likes good fashion, good style, doesn't want to pay an arm and a leg for it.
Well, style, okay, we talk about clothing, but your skin is beautiful. So, I mean,
Oh.
what's up next? So, do we have a skincare line or anything like
Did somebody
that?
tell you that?
Hint, hint.
Did somebody tell you that?
I don't know, I'm just asking. I mean, perhaps I know a little something. Right?
No, we are actually, because you know what? It's all part of the whole package. You know, we're creating a high-end line for men, actually. You know, so initially at Saks Fifth Avenue.
So this is going to target then what, the metrosexual?
No, I reject that title.
Okay.
The modern man.
The modern man. There we go. Okay,
No, because
like
you know
that.
what? No, because I tell you, that market of personal hygiene for men, lifestyle products, is huge.
Absolutely.
And it's exploding right now. And it's because we live in a time where basically the hook for me is anti-aging. You talk to any brother here today, brothers behind the camera, you guys, you know, who wants to look older than we are? Who wants to look our age nowadays?
Right, sure.
If you can look 10 years younger, you know, through a regimen, you know, it takes exercise, it takes take care of yourself, but also take care of, you know, the package that God gave you. You know, that's kind of that's how we're creating this lounge. It's called Iron Citizen.
Iron Citizen. And when can we expect to see that?
Well, it'll be in Saks Fifth Avenue in about next 2 months.
Okay, wow. And what?
But then we're going to spin that off to, again, a more affordable general market line, which would probably be BU. We'll extend the whole BU line.
Very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so Saks Fifth Avenue. So that's what's up next then. So
Yeah, because
that's
you know,
the next.
I tell you, I'm going to cut you off there.
Oh, please.
But, you know, I have a lot of different interests, but they're consistent. It's continual. The first lane, it's 2 different lanes. The first lane is storytelling. So whether I'm acting or directing or producing, doing books, on stage or on TV or movies, that's storytelling. The other lane is helping people live a better life.
Yes. Okay.
So if that's creating a clothing line, that's cool. If that's creating a personal hygiene line for men, then that's all part of that consistent endeavor at the same time. So it may seem like I'm all over the place, but I'm really not. It's
very thematic,
consistent
quite
lanes.
frankly. It's
Yeah.
very thematic, and you're a great face
It's okay if it
for
feels
it.
like I'm all over the place. It's all right.
That well, we're going to follow you.
But there's
We're
a
gonna
method
follow
to the
you either way.
madness.
Absolutely, and you know, just as a reminder to our viewers that April 2012, Blair Underwood graced the cover of Upscale
Show
magazine.
did.
You know, and
You were very kind enough to put me up there.
absolutely, and we were certainly happy to have him. Well, so is there anything you want to leave us with? Again, congratulations to you. You look absolutely fantastic. We're just so excited. Thank you. We're very excited to have you here tonight. So, you know, thank you so much for everything.
No, it's my pleasure.
And we're going to be looking forward to all of these products, and I hope you're going to send me some at work.
I should get your card.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you. Blair Underwood, everybody.
God ain't playing.